Chat, YouTube, it's deck tech time. This time for a little bit of mono green Broodscale that did well at a recent queue. I think of 5-0'd one of the recent queues in Milwaukee. So we got 4 copies of Ancient Stirrings to help us find our pieces. We got 4 Blade of the Bloodchief to go with our Fleshraker Broodscale combo. If you assemble Broodscale plus the Blade, you win with a Fleshraker. Then we have other Urza Saga targets. You got a Haywire Mite, a Soul Guide Lantern, a Springleaf Drum, and a Vexing Bauble to stop free spells. Make mana, graveyard hate, artifact enchantment hate, and then you got the brood scales for the blade, of course. 4 copies of Rumble to help fill your graveyard for Emrakul the Promised Land, as well as find any of the pieces that you're missing from the combo. Got the 4 Fleshrakers to combo with the brood scale plus blade, and it's also just generically good with Kozilek's command, of course. We love Cake command. 3 copies of Ballista for when you go infinite with brood scale. You can just kill your opponent one shot with Ballista. 3 Emrakuls for when you make a lot of mana and fill the graveyard. It becomes pretty cheap. Mana base wise, oh, you Devourer for smoothing. Mana base wise, I got 2 copies of Boseiju, the 4 Urza Sagas to help you find your stuff, like Blade of the Bloodchief and Haywire Mite, whatever. 4 Ugin's Labs that you can imprint the Devourer or the Emrakul under. And then you got your Groves, Forests, etc. Grove is just like a 2-color, colorless green hybrid land. Sideboard, 2 copies of Dismember for extra removal against the creature heavy decks. Got a Nature's Claim and Thief of Existence for taking out enchantments and artifacts most of the time. Sometimes Thief of Existence comes in against Planeswalkers, but most of the time it's just there to snag problematic artifacts and enchantments. A couple copies of Cavern of Souls against the blue-black frog decks. 1 Gemstone Caverns for when we're on the draw. Grafdigger's Cage, Pithing Needle, Soul Guide Lantern, Vexing Bauble, all more Urza Saga targets, then a couple copies of Damping Sphere for Storm, and maybe opposing Tron list. But I think because you're already like making 2 mana with Eldrazi Temple and Ugin's Lab, you probably only want to bring this in against Storm. Let's try it. That's not bad. It's gonna be Unbanned Legacy first. I think it should be Unbanned Legacy. I think they should swap Tamiyo for Deathrite Shaman. Already in the O3 bracket. And their name's Tarmo Fairies. Do you think they're playing Tarmo Fairies? Sultai, Bitter Blossom, Vendilion Click, Tarmogoyf, Shardless Agent? Hold up. Are we cooking a fire deck? Back in 2017? I'm sad we never had Shardless Agent in a fair modern. If Shardless Agent came out in like 2015 to 2018 modern, I feel like it would have been such a fun card. Except for in Living End. If Living End didn't exist. Spell Pierce? Oh, come on. I was like, okay, maybe if they have Spell Snare, that makes sense. I kind of put him on a Fatal Push, so I figured going for the Rumble was better. If they have Spell Snare, I guess it would have been better to run out of Broodscale. If they have Fatal Push, it's just worse. Field of Ruin. Oh, I understand why they're 0-3. They're playing Field of Ruin in their counterspell deck. It all makes sense. What do you classify as fair stuff, though? Because I kind of feel like Shardless Agent and the Birthing Ritual. Do you classify that as fair? I feel like Shardless Agent doing fair stuff is when you don't know what it's going to cascade into. And it just cascades into like a random value 2-drop. That's what I like to remember as fair snap or fair Shardless Agent. What's a fair Snapcaster? Let me run bees. What a hater. Well, I mean, could I have adapted that? I definitely could have adapted that, right? Am I trolling? Am I trolling? 1. Logic not. Well, okay. Ah, Spike. We snuck Blade in under Spell Stutter Spray. I think I'm trolling. I'm pretty sure I could have made an 0-1 right now. Not that it would make that much of a difference, but having an 0-1 might be relevant on top deck like Emrakul or something. Not good play. Goodbye, Urza Saga. It was nice knowing you, buddy. My Urza Saga. I'm actually getting hosed by this deck. This is crazy. I don't have double colorless yet. If I draw like Kozilek's command, I can't cast it. You have a question? I might have an answer. Why do you have no cards and they have 6? Consult the star charts. There we go. Found the answer. And also drawing cards off of Clean to Dust. And they killed all my stuff at every point in the curve. It's been a bad day for me. This matchup, anyways. Okay, thanks. That makes sense. Happy I could help. Guess we just grab another Urza Saga. 1, 2. Can't cast Devourer. Why don't I Necro? I'm going to be playing Necro next. After the inevitable couple of losses we're going to run into here. But I had plans on playing Necro. But Chad voted for Broodscale. Because they knew I was going to queue into Spike 03 deck. And get rolled by Field of Ruin. No Flame Spike. Much love. Yeah, this wouldn't have happened if we made it to Tron. Actually, it probably would have happened if we made it to Tron. Field of Ruin's pretty damn good against that deck. Chad is full. I think we can scoop. I don't think I'm beating them having 7 cards in hand and us having none. Boseiju can come out times 1 copy. Maybe. How good's Vexing Bauble? They have like forces and subtleties, right? Soul Guy Lantern seems okay for sniping Clean to Dust out of the graveyard. Devourer seems kind of poor, but it does help the consistency. Walking Ballista is also pretty poor. I could leave 1 copy of Walking Ballista just so I can have like 1 alternate win condition. Or I could just cut it completely. I really don't need this card. Blue Black's not playing Frog or Riddler. There's kind of a new build of Blue Black. It's like a Drago, Wanchitong, Field of Ruin deck. I don't know if it's better than Blue Black Frog. I played both of them back to back during one of my last streams before I left for Milwaukee. Both of them 4-1. And honestly, one of them did not feel significantly better than the other. So, I don't know. Take that for what you will. Oh, yeah, the Surprise Mite. I definitely don't need the Surprise Mite. Both are mid, yeah. Forgot there was a Haywire Mite in my deck. I don't think it gets much better than this. I think I put back the Rumble. Because I could just go turn 1 Blade, turn 2 Cavern of Souls Broodscale. It's probably going to get pushed. That's fine. What time would you be doing the Pack Wars? I got to check the challenge schedule for the week. I want to play some Modern Challenges again. Like it's been too long since we've played Modern Challenges. There's a 1 p.m. Modern Challenge tomorrow. Well, I think I'm going to be playing in that 1 p.m. Modern Challenge tomorrow. So we'll do Pack Wars in between rounds of the Modern Challenge. At least we'll do a Pack War. To appease Timmy. Huge dub. My Cavern of Souls? Why does Spike hate me? Not only does he have 4 Field of Ruin, but he also has 4 Break the Ice. I know there's going to be 4 Break the Ice because it's a Spike deck and he's got 4 of everything in the sideboard. No Flame Spike, much love. I want to cast this Kozilek's command yet. I want to get more value out of it. I'm going to be greedy. So I think this deck's probably going to be doing nothing for a little bit. Steve, Snap, Pyroclasm, Escape Shift, Search for Tomorrow, Consult. 4 cryptic commands? Man, I'm so on board. 4 cryptic command is crazy. Can we at least put Growth Spiral in here? I'm in if there's Growth Spiral. I don't think you can play very many basic forests. Or mountains if you're playing 4 cryptic command. Derek, thank you for the 35. I want to cast Kozilek's command right now into their counter magic or just wait. I think I'm just going to wait. Just make constructs instead. They're not doing anything over there. They're probably going to flash in a Wan Shi Tong and draw a card whenever I crack my Urza Saga for Chapter 3. Wan Shi Tong. Yeah, 4 heats a lot in a deck. They probably can't get Delirium very easily. Oh, good. Valakut turned into Volcano of Roku's Island, which means it's not going to import correctly. Go ahead. Draw a card. See if I care. I care a little bit. You added my growth spirals. You fixed the mana base as well. 2, 4. With love. Please fix the mana base. Oh yeah, sorry. Did I say growth spiral? I meant planar genesis. Whatever the instant speed one is. Hate to see it. With hate, don't fix the mana base. Please do. This mana base cannot support cryptic command. Not with 2 mountains and 2 forests. And you have 3 stomping ground in here also. This mana base cannot support cryptic command. There's no way. Especially when you're getting Field of Ruin over and over. Let me play the game. Let me have mana and let me resolve my spells. Maybe I should have just Kozilek's commanded and exile the Wan Shi Tong when they first cast it. I didn't think it was going to be this big of a problem because they didn't have any Field of Ruins. Now they drew 2. What is this? Counterspell. Do we think their very last card? Oh, man. There's another Kozilek Memory. Or Force Negation. Or not the very last card, but the very last mana is another Kozilek. If I play my land, I can Kozilek's command for 4. If I exile Wan Shi Tong, I could scry 4. Or I could just make 4 1/1s. Making 4 1/1s do anything? Not really. If I drop deck Emrakul, but I have scry 4, I could just make 4 scry 4. And that seems bad because Wan Shi Tong's going to beat me down. Yeah, I think I just exile Wan Shi Tong and scry 4. I could play around Spell Pierce, I guess. Let's play around Spell Pierce. Yeah, 1 Flood of Grove seems pretty decent. Some sort of filter land. I'll play around Spell Pierce. And they're just sitting there with Spell Pierce in their hand, like, I can't believe you'd play around my Spell Pierce. Force and Negation. Yep. This is doomed. 2 mountains is still so many mountains. I think I'd rather have 4 steam vents in the deck. And probably more breeding pools. 3 breeding pool. Your opponent's deck seems really good. Who made it? I made this. I know you're probably used to every deck being a spike deck. I'm changing it up, moving into 26. The big 2-6. Every deck's a dingo deck, unless proven otherwise. Blanchett, thank you for the problem in 22 months. Appreciate you. I made this. I made this lost. That's what I made. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So even if I draw Emrakul, I can't cast Emrakul. Seems like an issue. All right. Go ahead. No hedge maze for me. Why don't I get a hedge maze? Kaito. Shizuki-san. A little bit surprised that they decided to stun here. I can't attack through Wanshitong anyways. Okay, we have died. We'll give Broodscale another go. We got a full house of forests and blades. I had some of the funniest looking at opening hands, the RC chat. I had hands that look like this, but worse. There was a hand where I drew all 4 Winter Night stories in my opening 7. I think I was supposed to keep this. Is it Charm? At least make it Teamer Charm. Have some respect. Loser Night Stories. Yeah, definitely did not win me that game. But I was already on like the mulligan to 5, so I just put 2 of them back. What? Glimpse Self? Is an Oculus? Huh. Infinite mana payoff. I just make a really big brood scale. Is that my plan? Alright, get to clicking. Wait, Rumble first. Could I Rumble first? If I had to play the forest. If I play the forest, I Rumble and make a dude. I have a forest and a dude, and then I use the forest to equip the blade, and then, oh yeah, you're right. Shit. Streamer's noob. I conceded anyways, but streamer's noob. I need Graveyard Hate. This, probably not Haywire Mite. Could probably go down on a couple ballistas. Grafdigger's Cage. I want Cavern of Souls. I definitely want Gemstone Caverns. I could probably swap Cavern of Souls for Boseiju. I don't really know what's going on over there. I saw an Oculus. It's probably some sort of persist build. I also really want to play BFG's Persist Aurora Awakener deck at some point this week. Probably tomorrow. No, I'm playing the Modern Challenge tomorrow. What if we played that in the Modern Challenge? Alright, I'm doing that. I'm gonna go snipe BFG's list and play it in the Modern Challenge. I keep this. I get the Devourer, and I get the Ugin's Lab. That seems fine, I think. If I play Scape Shift in the Modern Challenge, do I have to? 2014 for Cryptic Command Scape Shift. I'm just looking to look for green mana off the Devourer, I think. There's no reason to do anything else. Although if I saw a Kozilek's command, I might keep a Kozilek's command because it's Graveyard 8. Emperor Bones. Grove of the Burnwillows or Kozilek's command. I probably should not be greedy and just take the Grove of the Burnwillows because the Grove of the Burnwillows could dig me into a cryptic command anyways. But God, I want to be greedy. You're not eating Thursday just to make you play a bad deck? I don't know if I believe that. Eldrazi Conscription? What in the hot fire is my opponent playing? Storm Herald. Whoa. Hmm. When this enters, return any number of aura cards from your graveyard to the battlefield and attach it to creatures you control. Exile those auras at the beginning of the next end step. Those auras will leave the battlefield. Exile them. +7, +10, trample, and annihilator 2. Said the blind man. Ask for a list. Do you think they'd give it? Don't ask, take it. Do I want to play Broodscale? I feel like it's just gonna get pushed. I think I want to wait until I can like play it and activate it. But maybe playing Eldrazi Temple for the rest of the game is fine too. I'm just gonna pass. Just remember if it gets pushed. It's one more type for ME, that's true. Still a ways off though. Meltdown. Oh, that's not good. Kind of regret passing on that Kozilek's command now. Yeah, as long as from Donkey Kong Country. It's aquatic ambiance. Mills 10. I feel like I'm gonna die, chat. Well, I guess I got rewarded for sitting on the Broodscale for a turn. Okie dokie. It's your go. I guess I could return the Devourer if I discard the Emrakul. If I sack a creature, I discard the Temple. Can I cast Emrakul? If I sack a creature that's 4 types, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess what do I do, chat? Just return Devourer. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Sack the Broodscale, return the Devourer, discard the Temple, and then keep the Emrakul. If they kill Eldrazi spawn, I'm gonna be very sad. Man, I need a haircut so badly. Alright, return to me, Devourer. Well, shit. Oh. Rewarded. 4, 5, 6, 12. Is there any point to putting the Emrakul underneath it? Because I have enough to cast it without putting the Emrakul underneath it. Is there a downside? I guess, yeah. There's a downside to putting the Emrakul underneath it. So if I want to cast Emrakul the following turn, like if I draw another Eldrazi Temple, then I have to tap the Ugin slab to pick it back up. I don't think I imprint anything, do I? I don't know. Hides it from Archon if something goes wrong. I guess if they have like a consign, that's a good reason. Can also exile Devourer and cast ME. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I cannot. Sensei, but thank you for the prime of the 19 months. Appreciate you. Unless I'm miscounting. 4. Just can't cast Emrakul. How many persists have they gone through? Just the 2. Oh god. I'm taking 13 and annihilating 2. There's going to be Eldrazi spawn and Grove of the Burnwillows, or not Grove of the Burnwillows, this Ugin's Lab. Okay, take 13. It was a pretty solid draw. Greece's Zerborg did in 5-0. It did not. Sadly. Seems like a good draw. What do you think, chat? Fireball. Go. I mean, if they have consign, they have consign. It is what it is. There was nothing to be done. GG's. Nope. I mean, I guess. Raid Hachimachi. Never seen a Walking Ballista look so good. Fleshraker had me thinking of Eldrazi and no banless modern. I'm excited to play some no banless modern this week. Probably, we're going to dedicate Wednesday to playing no banless modern. And then we'll see how much people are enjoying no banless modern. If it's quite a bit, then we'll dedicate more time to no banless modern while it's around. Because it's probably not going to be around for super long unless people love it, and then they'll make it a challenge format. Ta-da! My breaker. Think they're going to experiment to unban things. That'd be super sweet. I mean, I feel like a lot of the cards that are unban worthy aren't going to see very much play in no banless modern, though. I feel like you're just going to see the really broken stuff. Through Bauble Broodscale. Should we just Bauble Blade pass? The Bauble Broodscale. I need to adapt it. Yeah, I think I'll just play a Blade. Undo. Thank you. If I want to hold the other blade, is there a reason to hold the other blade? If I draw a Fleshraker, then that's a reason to hold the other blade. My Fleshraker is probably not going to exist anyways. I'm just going to play the other blade. I don't think there's a huge difference. I could also just hold up Vexing Bauble Crack, because I don't know if Vexing Bauble does a lot against their deck if they're just playing energy with Valia. Maybe I should just crack Vexing Bauble. Watch Jeskai. Wait, Jeskai energy. So they're playing Valia, Riddler, and energy. Mainboard Wrath Disguise. I don't think they're playing Mainboard Wrath Disguise if they have Ocelot Prize in their deck. Did you ever watch the Game of Thrones series? I watched season 1 of Game of Thrones, and then I never continued it because everybody told me it gets worse the more you watch it. So, I don't know. I probably should go back and finish Game of Thrones at some point. But the last time I watched Game of Thrones was like back in college. I watched House of the Dragon season 1 as well. And then I didn't realize that season 2 of House of the Dragon already came out, so I haven't watched it. That's wrong. It starts sucking at 5. It peaks at season 4, and then you can stop. Alright. I'll have to go back and watch 1 through 4 then. lot of Solitudes. Sack Bauble for land. I don't know. They just discarded 2 Solitudes, so I kind of want to leave the Bauble around. Yeah, they exile the Bauble. Oh, heck yeah. I could have played a 0/0 and then made infinitely large dudes. Oh, yeah. Oops. Alright, so I can pew pew all their stuff down now, right? I'm rusty with Broodscale, I'm sorry. It's been a minute. Die. This is probably good enough. Just like win the game. Pew pew. Behold my gun. It gets larger the more creatures it kills. Give me the Gemstone Caverns. I guess this Vexing Bauble ended up being pretty good. Because they have Solitude. I don't know if I need this Haywire Mite. They might have Fable. I'm going to take it out and assume I don't need it right now. Walking Ballista looks amazing. Fleshraker's probably pretty poor. If they have a boatload of Galvanic Discharge and whatnot. What else do I want, though? They might have a Johnny, so Pithing Needle's a consideration. Could take more Vexing Baubles because they have Solitude. I think I'd take a second, but maybe not a third. Dismember seem fine. And... I don't know. I'll take the third Vexing Bauble, I guess. Yeah, Milwaukee went okay. I wasn't too upset with how Milwaukee went. Going 0-2 into 6-3 and making day 2 was pretty sweet. I figured I was just gonna like 0-3 drop and go home. I was so prepared. But then everything went my way for 5 rounds in a row. It was all coming up dingo. I'll get to kill this on 1. Do I even want to kill this on 1? Maybe not. Take a Fleshraker. I gotta think. No, I didn't get anything. But I'm also not upset with how it went. Because I mean, I could have been way worse. I made day 2. I was pretty happy with that. Especially for how poor Elementals was looking toward the end of my testing. The mana base is hard, and also, like, sometimes you just don't have hands that do anything before turn 3, so you just have to mulligan super aggressively. Like, I mulliganed to 4 twice, and I mulliganed to 5 once. That was just, like, a lot of mulligan to 6. Actually, I think I mulliganed to 5, probably more than that. I think I'm gonna take this Fleshraker. So I exile the Fleshraker, then I'm not gonna have a way of winning that way. Now, the question is, do I just play the Ballista? Or do I wait for the Blade? I think I just play the Ballista. There's only 1 Fleshraker in my deck, so if I end up assembling Broodscale plus Kozilek's command, Kozilek's command for infinite, I have to go through my entire deck and find that 1 Fleshraker. I think I need to have access to it. I guess I could also just... No, that seems correct. More cat. Why didn't you come to Milwaukee? Now I'm intrigued. I could trigger their Ocelot per item with Grove of the Burnwillows. Let me help you. Riddler for 1 card. Guess they were hurting on lands. Alright, now we gotta do a big think. Big think over. Broodscale's not getting cast this turn, I don't think. I'm pretty sure instead I'm just supposed to Vexing Bauble and then make a dude. Being a witness by the cops. I mean, that's a pretty good reason. Red Letter Media. I don't think I've heard of them. Is it 2/2 unbeatable on this board? People want to know. I think I'm getting Wrath. My board. Shimata. Okay. Rumbies. Let's take another Broodscale. I was gonna play the Blade and pass, but I think now that I have a second Broodscale, I can just like send one to sacrifice. Guide of Souls. They're holding one up. Do you think it's for a consign for the Blade? It's got to be a consign for the Blade, right? Consign's not real. It can't hurt me. Please don't consign me. Please don't consign me. Please don't consign me. Please don't consign me. No. That's fine. I have another one. Make this infabig. I'm just gonna turn this into 22 power. Let's stop at 22. Made it 67 power. Well, that's not logical, chat. Why wouldn't I just stop at 22, which is 1 over their life total in case they gain a life from Goddess Holes? Why would I want to put it at such an obscene, pointless number? Oh, Sem putting up a booby trap. Everybody's scared to move. Nobody wants to run into it. Somebody's got to sacrifice themselves. Uno reverse. Oh, I accept this Uno reverse, but just for 10 minutes. Parried. How's this? Make enough mana to cast this. It's gonna force a block, and then I don't really do much else though. I guess I can move the blade over to the Devourer after I force the block. Okay. Good hand. Another good hand. 2 speakers, 3 speakers. I'd probably start with 2. And if it overperforms, then you go up to 3. -1 Temple. I think I got a mulligan to 5. Alright. I want one of these stirrings to keep it turn 1 play. Can also put the Devourer back. If I just want to cast stirrings on 1 instead. Maybe I can find... Whoa. There's no land in here. Do I take Springleaf Drum and then have Springleaf Drum next turn? I guess the turn after that for Rumble? No, that seems not good enough. Maybe I just take the Blade. I try to find the Broodscale. Try to pick up the Broodscale off the Rumble, or try to hook up a land off the Rumble, depending on what I draw. Seems better to me. Oh, that seems even better to me. Rake thine flesh. Kind of like just jamming this card. I don't know if it's right to jam this card all the time, but I usually just err on the side of jamming Fleshraker. If I were a speaker, you'd never catch me overperforming. Not about that life. I'll two-blade him. I think we're gonna Rumble. Yeah, usually you're pretty happy if they use removal on Fleshraker instead of Broodscale. That's true. Blade, Fleshraker, Boseiju, Saga. I think it's probably Saga. Second Fleshraker might be nice also if they're not removing the first one. Break more flash. I like taking a land drop. Makes a lot of sense though. Especially since it's an Urza Saga. I could get greedy and rake more flash. I'm just gonna grab the Urza Saga. Damn. TZ not holding back. Just throwing the punches out. Rip. I'm surprised they took that long to kill it. They probably wanted to do something else. Or they have a Flage and they just want to spend the Flage on it. Big Draco. Oh. Well, do you think they have a stub? Or a bolt? Can't even test the waters with Rumble. I guess I could test the waters with Rumble. No, because if they stub it, then I'll have another green source anyways. Do it, no balls. You're right about that. None indeed. Chat's failed me once again. I don't know why it took so long to bolt the Fleshraker if they had to. Maybe they drew the second one. We go again next turn. Get bolted again next turn. There's a reason I would say anything when there's actually hard decisions. As it gets too challenging and you're like, yep, I'm out. Trav wants to be a millionaire. If I'm streaming for another like 39 hours, then I would definitely would have made Trav a millionaire. Well, the answer is they had both. 2, 4. Okay, command for 2. Sometimes zoo players are boosted. It is what it is. Did I just cancel this? What just happened? Just trying to read chat. Okay. Surely they don't have another removal spell. Also, I need to draw a payoff. Okay. Because Oh, I guess no. Do I need to draw payoff? No, I can make an infinitely large spawn if they have absolutely zero. Can I make 2 infinitely large spawns? Hmm. Surely they don't have 3 bolts. Alright, let's try to find that payoff. Let's have another stub. Emrakul. Okay. I mean, that seems great. Kind of a payoff. Kind of. Maybe good enough. Alright. Apparently good enough. Wow, there's another Emrakul. Hmm. Now we're gonna make infinite power, infinite creatures, and then Emrakul. I hope that's good enough. We can attack one Scion into the Emrakul, and then maybe if they have something in hand that I could, I don't know, flage themselves. Nothing really matters, I guess. They probably could have still won from that spot. I'm surprised that they conceded that early. Let's put in the Gemstone Caverns. I think I could probably cut. I want to keep the Boseijus. It's probably greedy to cut a forest, but maybe I could cut a forest. Cut a forest. Let's be greedy. Nature's Claim, Thief of Existence, Dismember, Ballista out. Probably go down 1 Emrakul, even though it looked pretty good there. I don't think I need Soul Guide Lantern. I mean, they do have Flage. Okay, I don't need Vexing Bauble. I'll take one more card out. Maybe I could trim a Fleshraker. I don't dislike Fleshraker against them, though. Kind of just sits there and kills them sometimes, even though they're a Lightning Bolt deck. I think hitting Guild Pack's kind of important, though. But maybe they're boarding out Guild Pack in this matchup. I don't know. We have so many disenchants. Pitch the Springleaf Drum. Let's pitch the Springleaf Drum. I think it's the worst card in our hand. I'm feeling the jet lag, chat. Which is surprising that I'm feeling it now, because I definitely did not feel it at the tournament. I felt great. I was going to bed at a reasonable time and waking up at a reasonable time. I was up at 7:45 both days. Rumbies. Emrakul, Haywire Mite, Walking Ballista Grove. If I take the Haywire Mite, it doesn't really do a lot. It stops Leyline Binding. If I take the Emrakul, I'm going to pitch a land, a creature, artifact. So I'm going to have 3 types. If I take land, I can cast Devourer. I think I'm too far off Emrakul. I think I'm supposed to just take the Grove. No point in putting the blade on the thingy. Let's try to not be greedy. As much as I love being greedy. Ah, I see you were showing me the door. Where does the door go? Does the door go to a hasty flage? Kavu. I think I'm just murdering Kavu. I don't know if it's right though. So they do have hasty flage. Oh my god, did I do this wrong? Pay life, pay mana. Solved it. Another Boseiju. I think we just pass. I could also just Boseiju Arena of Glory. I do that in a draw step, just Boseiju Arena of Glory. It sucks because Boseiju is my 7th mana for Devourer. But I don't really want to legend rule my own Boseiju anyways. I guess Boseiju and draw step's actually wrong here. Should probably Boseiju and upkeep and give them less information. And less flash threats as well. Couple of Doorkeeper Thralls. Yeah, I should have draw step Boseiju them. Should have done it at end step and maybe let them surveil. Oh man, they have 2 cards in hand. That's a super interesting draw. I mean, I kind of want to go for it, chat. I would like to put my Broodscale on the play. I would like to equip my Broodscale. Yeah, and it's like kind of okay that I go for it here, I think, because I get to adapt it and then have 7 mana for the Devourer the next turn. I think it's okay to go for it there. Guild Pact. What am I supposed to kill here? I guess I kill... I think I'm supposed to kill one of these dodge flays for 1 turn. 1 turn, no flash. They have Scion, then I have Nature's Claim plus Dismember. So I'm not too worried about getting Leyline Scion. But being able to dismember this with a Flash on the stack seems better to me. Puts 1 card on top. I'm terrified. Oh, that's fine. See, Chad, nothing to be worried about. Just a scary little 4/4 dragon. This just prices me into using Nature's Claim now. But maybe I could have saved it for my own stuff. And gain 4 life in a pinch. I'm gonna end up spending 2 life in the Gemstone Caverns for this Dismember. I'm at a virtual 9. Ah, little man in the box is getting upset. Top deck. Not great. Put that here. And I go to combat and attacks if they want to block. They're definitely not going to block. There's no reason not to go to combat first. Then we claim this. Could also hold off on dismembering. But I think that this silence going to kill me too fast. So there's no real reason to hold off on dismembering. Alright, best draw Eldrazi Temple. Or Broodscale. Eldrazi Temple would go kind of crazy. Kozilek's command would also go crazy. Oh god. Oh shit. Okay. Good thing we made a 7/7. Alright. Holding back the block. God. First strike, Vigilant Hate for Flage. Age. This is so messed up. The first strike is insane here. Can I go to 2? Probably not. If I block, I draw a land, I cast this new Devourer, I eat the Flesh, I'll go to 8, I go to 5. They've had some nutty draws off the top. Land. Okay. How does it start? I also need my Shadow Spear, though. Shadow Spear one time. Can you stop drawing spells? What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm so blown. Okay, so wait. They drew Scion into Flage, into Scion, into Ashiok? That's so unhinged. I don't have a spear. Rumble can find a Broodscale, and then I can go infinite, and then do nothing. I could Rumble into Emrakul. It's probably my out. Complain and win type of situation. Well, I don't think I'm winning this game. Holy schmoly. That was kind of crazy. Yeah, Haywire Mite would have been pretty good. Well, no, Haywire Mite doesn't excel Scion, so no, Haywire Mite wouldn't have been good. I guess it could have gained me 2 life. If it gained me 2 life, 5. No, I'm pretty sure I still did. I would have gone to 5 and then died exactly. I boarded out a Thief of Existence for Fleshraker. Thief of Existence only hits Guild Pact. Or he's like Nature's Claim hits Guild Pact and Leyline Binding. Oh, good. I'm glad I boarded in the 4th Fleshraker. Oh, good. Depression. Devourer will carry. I mean, is this hand even good if I have a green source? Not really. I got double rumble. And then, like, I put back Ancient Stirrings, I guess. Put back Thief. I don't know. This hand seems mid as hell. Alright, whatever. Blessed. And here's the kicker. I don't think this hand's good with that forest. Sucks to suck, chat. They just like Terramires of Saga. What the f? Now they can't cast Kavu's High on that. Wait a minute. I'm goaded. We got a game on our hands. Okay, we got a game on our hands. We're making mana. We have 6 card types, so if we ever find Emrakul, it's gonna be pretty good too. Yeah, his hand ended up actually working out really well. It surprises the hell out of me. Yep. Well, I had to spend the Ancient Stirrings, or sorry, the Nature's Claim on a Leyline. I don't feel too bad about that. I guess I have Fleshraker first and then Rumble so I can deal a point to them. Let's get our minor percentage points in here. Also, if they bolt it, whatever. Maybe it's better to rumble first and then cast Fleshraker, so that way if I hit like a colorless 1-drop, I get to cast it with priority. Oh, hi, Emrakul. Definitely think I want the Emrakul here. 5, 7, yeah. Yeah. Emrakul, please. Maybe we're in a good spot. Unless they have consign. If they have consign, well, there was nothing to be done. Embrace death. And I feel like with how they're playing, they probably do have a consign. Oh, they 100% have a consign. That's so bad for me. What do I do about that, chat? I think I can do about that. It's not a bad constellation. Broodscale Blade. Another Emrakul. I think I have an idea. What if I take the other Ugin's lab, hide the Emrakul under the Ugin's lab, and then I Kozilek's command, and I pick up the Devourer from this Ugin's lab? I think that is probably okay. I think the Devourer, that's 2, 4. Alright, let's do this. Let me say go. Do we want to pick up the Devourer? Maybe I just pick the Emrakul back up. I just get a Kozilek's command for 2. And I eat the Kavu. Make Scions. No, I think I do it for more. Because I need to incentivize them to counter this, right? Because then if Emrakul costs 7, I have 2, 4, 5. Yeah, I could pick it up next turn. I think I gotta do this. Do I want to scry or do I want to make Scions? I'm just gonna assume it's like this isn't resolving. I guess making Scions is still pretty good. But I have to imagine this is not resolving. Oh yeah, Emery will be 6. Third deck you wish would come back to Modern? Scam. I miss Scam so much. It's not healthy for the format. It probably shouldn't come back, but I miss it. I miss it unreasonably. I also miss Birthing Pod. I miss Deathrise Shaman. Well, I never got to play with Deathrise Shaman, but I feel like I would miss Deathrise Shaman because I got to play it in Timeless, and I had a lot of fun playing in Timeless. KCI, just because I enjoyed the little puzzles that deck had. I also don't think it's healthy for the format, but that'd be like my guilty pleasure deck. Because I thought the puzzles were so much fun. You could sit there and think about KCI lines for hours. It'd probably be a lot more streamlined and simple if that deck came back. A lot of powerful artifacts have been printed since 2018 and now. Actually, I think I got banned before 2018. It was like 2016 and now. Deathrise Shaman, though. I didn't think about them eating my Kozilek's command. Does that change anything? I guess if they kill Scion, it does. Am I going to kill Scion? Hold on. Turn off auto heals. It's just too good. It's just too good. That's definitely just Emrakul, right? Not ever Devour. No, I just die if I take Devour. Alright, we gotta figure out how we can win this game. Can Kavu eat a card out of their own graveyard? Oh, Wrath. Yeah. So I can eat their Flage out of the graveyard and then Wrath their Kavu. How do I do this? Because Scion needs to get eaten by Emrakul. Do I have to take 5 or 4 damage? Do we care about Flage? I think so. I guess I just don't attack the Scion. Or I just don't attack the Scion, eat their Flage, and then spend their Wrath and go. I guess if I spend their Wrath, I lose my Scion, though. I'm trying to think if there's a reason to fetch and grab something that's not just nothing. Okay. I made them bored, I guess. Nope. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, they have Leyline Binding in their deck. I literally just made them bored by accident. I quite literally bored my opponent to death. It's an impressive feat. Another Kozilek's command. Mind if I do? And I think we lead on this. I guess I gotta take an Eldrazi Temple also. Lotus Bloom. Double Lotus Bloom. Looks like they're holding up Spell Snare as well. Actually, I should cast this Kozilek's command right now. Yeah, I should definitely do it right now. So I pass the turn, they could have actual factual counterspell or Jawari Disruption. I'm like debating if I want to hold it to exile the Lotus Blooms out of the graveyard so that we don't get to mesh it and die. Upkeep it. Makes the most sense. So I don't get Force Negation, but maybe I do want to get Force Negation. So I don't have to deal with it later. Ugin's Lab Broodscale. Well, the Broodscale's good, but if they have Spell Snare, it's not good. I don't want either of these. I may just take the Broodscale and try to find a blade. Seems kind of loose, though. I don't know. I'll take the Broodscale. Playing as Austin. I feel like I played against them before and they were also on Belcher. Lead on a Rumble, see if they have Spell Snare. No Spell Snare. That would make sense as to why they were on Belcher. Yeah, that checks out. Boseiju's pretty nice here. But I'm on kind of a clock because of these. So I don't know if I could take the Boseiju. What do you think, chat? Yeah, I'm supposed to take the Boseiju over Redundant Broodscale. Yeah, I probably need to double spell. I think I also maybe Kozilek's command with my 1 floating mana. Maybe I don't want to do it for 4. If I do it for 4, then they could have what's that card called? Disrupting Shoal, pitching Waterlog Teachings. But if I do it on 3, it's not any better. So X4. Oh, it's for 6 mana, sorry. They have to pitch the 6 drop, which I don't think they have. Rumbies? I think I agree with you. Rumbie seems good. I already played my land drop, so go. I realize it's already turn 3. It's only turn 3. I feel like I have so much mana already. Like getting ready to cast Emrakul. Drum. Drum's actually pretty good. We'll find Vexing Bauble. That'd be the dream, right? think I do this. Then we drum. Stirrings. Oh, Vexing Bauble. Oh, Fleshraker. Sorry, not Fleshraker, Emrakul. Do I have to take the Vexing Bauble? If I take Emrakul, 7, 10, 11, 12. I get Emrakul, right? If I play Boseiju as a land. Is that better, though? I think it is probably better than just casting a Vexing Bauble and praying. No. We did it. Yeah, I could probably kill them with the Belcher. I get probably Jawari Disruption to counter Emrakul, but then the trigger's still gonna happen, so they're gonna die to Belcher, or I could just sack all their Lotus Blooms. They don't have the Belcher. Gemstone, Cavern of Souls. The Sages are very good. Forests, not so much. I could take out a forest. I think I probably want more lands in this matchup than normal. I could also take out an Urza Saga. Although Urza Saga finding Vexing Bauble is also very strong, so maybe I just leave in a pretty land-heavy configuration. And I instead cut... This has applications, so I probably want to leave that in there. Devourer seems kind of bad. Maybe go down to 2 Devourer. That's true, 3-run Harbinger. Don't think I want Dismember, though. Thief of Existence could be good. I want this Nature's Claim. I don't really know what to cut, though. Probably all the Ballistas. Fleshraker seems good because they can't really take it off the table without sinking to Stupor. I could cut Ancient Stirrings. Yeah, I want the Needle. I want the Vexing Baubles. I don't really want to cut the Drum, I don't think. But Ancient Stirrings finds me these things, though, so I don't know. Cut Grove. Cut a Grove, I guess. I think I want some number of these Ancient Stirrings back in. Don't want Thief. Because he's cutting the Lab also. Bringing the Stirrings back in. Yeah, that's reasonable. Think I like that idea. See how it pans out. A mole to 6. I don't love having this in the opening hand because it's not very good in the opening hand. Rest of this hand's not bad though. I go turn 1 Saga into Blade and then turn 2 I can Ugin Slap Emrakul and then start making stuff. I think it's not bad. It's bad if they have Harbinger. I want to get a Vexing Bauble. Yeah, apparently a couple people know my opponent IRL. I feel like I've seen them on social media before. I don't think my opponent's real though. Just like how Harbinger's not real. Jimmy from accounting. Oh, what a good fellow. I drew the needle. Alright, that means I'm getting a Vexing Bauble. Do you think they can sign this? We're probably going to consign Urza Saga. Chapter 3. I'd like to make one dude. Here's my dude. I don't think I want to make any more dudes. So I get consigned. I guess the needle gets to come down, though. But I also want to pay for Jawari Disruption since they played 2 of them. I get the Springleaf Drum, but I really want to get the Vexing Bauble. Yeah, I think I just float here. Seems like a good sign. I want to rip the Pithing Needle right now. They could have Counterspell. I think we just rip the Pithing Needle. We are Artifact Prison. Oh, that resolving is probably a good sign. I don't really want to play the Soul Guide Lantern. Think they have Hurkyl's Recall? No shot. No shot they have Hurkyl's Recall. Gifting 5 subs and ending the stream if they have Hurkyl's Recall. Alright. Take that, Hurkyl's Recall believers. Recalls here? It's not. There's no shot the recalls here. Commander? My opponent's trying to play Commander. I hate Commander. Yeah, they were sacking the bauble. Which is kind of messed up. I think they're dead next turn to double blade plus make like 3 scions. I don't know. Are sacking the bauble? I mean, they have to be sacking the bauble, right? You want to be next level, chat? I Pithing Needle Vexing Bauble. Holy shit. Then when they commandeer my Vexing Bauble, they can't crack it. I need another needle. Alright, it's opponent's turn to tank. I respect it. Draws a card, yep. We do that though. 1 blue. For Belcher. Land kills them. Alright. Land has killed them, probably. Bottom, bottom, bottom. Wait, let me bottom that one too. Alright, I'll 4-1. They pay out the believers. Congrats, believers. I got Flood Mod on the token.
Have you peeked?
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.